This is H.A.FOX Jaguar in Cheltenham, and they've got a really special day here today. They've got 4 international rugby players from Gloucester coming to pick up their Jaguars. Now, this has all got to do with the Jaguar Academy of Sport, and it's all about celebrating the best of British sport. Let's go and have a chat to some of the players. Alistair, you're here today, of course, to pick up your new XF 3-litre diesel. Is this the first Jaguar you've had?
Yep, first Jag. I've had a couple of cars before, but never anything from Jaguar. Right,
and what about, because I know there's a strong link, isn't there, with Gloucester Rugby to the Jaguar Academy of Sport, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. There's quite a few players who are members of the academy, and yeah, they're all doing a good job.
And it's kind of something that I think, you know, for you at the top of your game, you know, represent your country, playing for one of the premier clubs, you know, in the UK. It's something that, are you aware of inspiring these youngsters?
I think you've always got a sort of responsibility to act properly and to try and set a good example for young guys coming through.
Now, I know today you're here specifically to collect your new car, mate,
and to see you, obviously.
Oh, yeah, and to see me as well. Collect your new car, and you've gone and moved from an XF. You've moved up a gear. Tell us what you got.
I've got the XKR now.
With black
with the black
pack.
with the black and speed pack.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, you've got to do something properly.
Yeah, you've just actually bought yourself a nuclear bomb, mate. I mean, I've test driven this car, and you are in for the thrill of your life.
Yeah, no, it does look awesome, and obviously I test drove it down here, only on the road, so you couldn't go flat out, not around the track like you have. But it's it looks pretty awesome, and obviously test drove brilliantly, and it was quite an easy decision to make. To actually, if I had the option to go for that, it was something I couldn't turn down.
And of course, you got it in the right colour, haven't you?
Yeah, the black.
The black. It's got to be the black.
It's got to be the black with the black wheel. So and obviously pulling up now, the boys are a little bit jealous of our looking thing. Sick is the word. I'm not sure I'm a bit too old to use the word sick. I think Jim Hamilton was saying he's too old to use that, but it does kind of fit the bill pretty well.
So Jim Hamilton, of course, Gloucester Rugby, got a few games to go to the end of the season. The team's doing well, aren't they? I mean, it's doable to get to the top of the league, isn't it?
Oh no, definitely, yeah. I mean, first and foremost for us, it's top 4. You know, if you're in the top 4, you're in it at the end to win it, as it were. So we've got 2 games in hand as well against Northampton and Sale, and we get a win in them 2 games. That puts us up there in the top 2. So you know, it's a long season. It's a long way to go yet, but we're confident that we're a top 4 side.
Cracking. Okay, and of course, Jim, you're here today to collect your new car, right?
Yeah, very happy. There we go.
There's the keys.
Yeah.
XFR. Now, let's just talk about the Academy of Sport with Jaguar, and I know that's something that you're very keen on, aren't you?
Yeah, obviously they do a fantastic job supporting, you know, guys throughout the country. You know, they're a British company, you know, helping British athletes and stuff like that.
Gloucester Rugby, lying 5th, rest of the season. Doable, Brian?
Yeah, massively. 2 games in hand that potentially, obviously, push us up the table, and I think we've, you know, probably in the last year we've upped some of our performances and consistency around the squad, and I think we've, you know, we're paying a little bit, you know, benefit now, but it's still a long way to go, and I think we've got to keep pushing on, and you know, hopefully finishing that top 4.
Now, of course, you're here today to pick up your new car. Now, I always know that makes you smile because you've had an XF for the last 9 months, and you've moved up a gear. Tell me what you're having today here at
I am picking up obviously the XJ portfolio, so a little bit different, but you know, it's been a wonderful experience. 9 months in the XF Sport, it's been great. It's you know, it's a car I've never driven before, and I've had a wonderful 9 months in that one. And you know, they say the Jaguar Academy Sports sort of leasing deal is wonderful for the players, and it gets the cars out there. Certainly loads of people have mentioned and said, you know, is it something that's going on? So it's certainly getting talked about.
Just wanted to touch on the link between the Jaguar Academy of Sport and sport per se, and more particularly Gloucester Rugby. I mean, tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of just come out over the last 9 months, and it's been in, you know, a huge amount of sporting and a big range of different sports. And obviously, I've done some golf days with some sports players golfers that have got the Jaguar deal, and I think it's opened up a new avenue for Jag just within the sporting and community. And I think the players themselves are delighted to be involved in it. It's not too crazy. It's certainly something that's doable for many players, and I think footballs are different. So what Jag have done and been very smart about, they've attacked, you know, some other sports that are not so highly paid, and they've enabled themselves to get in the door and make it feasible for players to enjoy driving a car like Jag. And that's a smart move for me, because it's a more public car, it's a more more realistic group of people that are attacking and looking at and trying to get their cars out in the open. And certainly the reaction from the Gloucester players has been outstanding. And you know, they all talk about the cars and you know, they're loving driving them. And I think that the scheme they've set up is very smart and it's very realistic for the ordinary punter. And I think you know, you got to take your hat off to them, and I'd just like to say thank you to them as well, because I think they're doing a good thing and they're making it, you know, certainly open up and broadening the horizons really for Jaguar.
Bit of a red letter day today, isn't it?
Great, it's great news for us. It's great to have an association like we've got with Gloucester Rugby Football Club, and it's great to see some high-profile rugby legends, if you like, coming into our business to collect their new Jaguars. It's tremendous.
You know, I did a tot-up, I'm not being funny, I did a tot-up of the international caps you've had into here today, collecting their new vehicles, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Right. 121 international caps.
Just goes to show how high profile these guys are, isn't it really?
Amazing. Yeah. Now, I know you've done a handover today of 4 cars. Tell me about that then, Paul.
It's great to see Brian, for instance, going from an XF into an XJ, which I think is great car. And Nicky's gone from an XF into an XK, which is great news. So we're having a cross the range association with our product with these guys, and it's just been fantastic for us. We've had an association with Gloucester Rugby Football Club for some time now. We're members of the 1873 club. We've sponsored players in the past, but have this association with Jaguar Academy Sport as well is absolutely fantastic for us, for the brand, and for the community.
I was talking to Brian Redpath, the head coach, and the 3 other players that were here today, and they're all about inspiration and bringing on young players, and of course that's what the academy is all about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about celebrating British sport. It's not just in rugby, but it just crosses everything, but we're doing rugby for Gloucester. So just celebrating sport, inspiring and up and coming talent. And
of course, as divisional marketing manager, you must be quite pleased with the association between H.A.FOX Jaguar here and Gloucester Rugby, because they're only 10 minutes down the road, and that's, in a sense, that's a community issue, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, at Inchcape we are about community, so we want to support the local community wherever we are in Cheltenham with Gloucester. You know, it's a great fit for us, so it's fantastic.
It's like the Gloucester Rugby car park might be jam full of Jaguars quite soon, but as a sales manager, you're not going to have a problem with that.
I'm really happy with that, yeah. I'm speaking to one of the players, they said that there's quite a few. They all have them, I think, now, so it's good.
So, here at H.A.FOX Jaguar Cheltenham, they've had a really special red letter day. 121 international caps from Gloucester Rugby spread over 4 players, collecting 4 cars. What a day.